Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3520. Today's date is August 5, 2025. It's been almost like morning at 8 8:14 a.m. Yeah, 8:14. Not. It's not 3:14 a.m. It's a 8 8 8:14 a.m. All right. Yeah. Whatever. We directly jump into the psychological test. All right. Yeah, let's go through it. Okay, I'm actually doing the test of sorry diagnosis of the state of aggression. Bus Durkee test. This test determine the level of physical aggression, indirect aggression, irritation, negativity, reinstatement, suspicion, and verbal hostility and guilt. Okay, these are kind of like a something that it determined throughout this test. Whatever, let's just go. Okay, yeah. Like, question: if people treat me worse than I deserve, I am not upset. That is not true. I am upset. If someone piss me off, I don't pay attention to them. That is true. Yes. Although I do not show it, envy sometimes groan at me. What's a groan at me? I have to know what is the actually meaning of this groan at me. हालांकि मैं इसे कहीं दिखाता नहीं, ईर्ष्या कभी कभी मुझे कुतराती है. Kutrati means like that, kind of like a let you do, kind of like a some sort of work and things like that. So yeah, I would say yes. Sometimes I think people are laughing at me. No. Even if I'm angry, I do not resort to strong expression. Do not resort. Resort means like that, kind of like a express. Okay, I wanted to understand this little bit question. What is actually meaning of that? यहाँ तक कि अगर मैं गुस्से में हूँ तो मैं भी कड़ी अभिव्यक्ति का सहारा नहीं लेता. लाइक बेसिकली इट मीन्स दॅट की जरी मला राग आला तरी मी तीव्र अभिव्यक्ती वापरत नाही. या द स्ट्रॉंग एक्सप्रेशन थिंग्स लाईक दॅट. या काइंड ऑफ like if I'm really angry, then first of all I try to control the anger in myself, within myself, and I have really good anger management system, and then I control myself. Okay, yeah, and then I figure it out the problem, what is actually existing and why I'm really angry at things like that. Okay, instead of kind of like a something strong, giving the strong expression, no, I'm not really that kind of like a person. Okay, yeah, so even if I'm angry, I do not resort to strong expression. Yes, I want to sin to be forgive. Sin means like a your pap. Okay, yeah, forgiven means maaf karna. I want to sin to be forgive. Should I say yes, should I say no? Like basically is this thing na ki okay, what exactly is this thing in your life? Whatever the wrong thing that you do or whatever the right thing that you do, you have to be pay in this life, or maybe it kind of like a gives you little bit of consequences. Your action comes with the consequences, whatever that action, good or bad it is. Okay, yeah. So basically who is the person who is actually forgive me? And basically is this thing that ki like this question is actually mostly kind of like a represent there is a someone who is kind of like exist, which is beyond our imagination, which can forgive our sin and things like that, like a god and things like that. But I would not consider as a kind of like a somebody god and things. Probably it's like that na ki your life is actually depend on you, not someone else. Okay, yeah. And whatever the stuff that you do, right and wrong, whatever it is, it kind of like comes with the consequences, and you have to be face that consequences. That's it. So I want to be seen my forgiveness. I said no, like if I'm kind of like did something wrong, I have to be kind of like somebody bear that consequences. Okay, it shouldn't supposed to be forgiven. I rarely fight back even if someone hit me. That is true, yeah. Like basically, if someone is actually fighting with me, purposefully, then probably I hit him back, but not the way that I hit back. Okay, yeah. But I try to avoid the conflict as much as possible as it can. All right, yeah. When things don't turn out the way I want, I sometimes get offended. Uh, Sometimes I get offended. Yeah, that is true. Like if something that it didn't really get the things that I want, I definitely get offended or things like that. Yes. Sometimes people annoy me with their mere presence. What's a mere presence? Okay, I don't really understand this mere presence. Let me clarify what is actually the mere presence. कभी कभी लोग अपनी उपस्थिति मात्र से ही मुझे परेशान कर देते हैं. Oh, no, not really. No, not that much. There are no people that I really hate. That is true. Like, I don't really have any person that I kind of like really hate. No, like maybe I hate in particular situation at particular time for particular period of time. Okay, yeah. But after that, not really too much. Like I'm not kind of like a simply hate someone all the time. Nothing like at all. And why would I supposed to invest my energy for someone hating? Okay, so no. I never trust stranger. Um, it depends on what. It depends on kind of like asking the direction. Then probably I would trust the stranger. But it depends on the choices, na. It depends like you shouldn't supposed to be tell your kind of like a love life to the stranger and things like that, or maybe your kind of like a financial condition to something like that. No. Okay, but I never trust stranger means like that ki you never trust stranger, not regarding about anything and things like that. Well, I am not really that kind of person. Yeah, I do trust stranger, but probably figure it out what am I kind of like a something. But I do strange. I do trust stranger. Okay, yeah, regarding about choices. Yeah, specifically. Yes. If someone annoys me, I may start being rude. Uh, Not really. Yeah, like basically it's this thing. If someone is actually annoying me, I make sure that particular person is kind of like annoying me to make fun of me. He wanted to get fun and things like that. So in that particular situation, that is okay. But if the particular person is kind of like annoys me for purposefully and things like that, then I would kind of like tell him that you shouldn't supposed to do it with very wise way. And if that particular understand, that is good. If that particular person don't really understand, then I just ignore that. But rude is not a kind of like a thing that I would do. Okay, yeah. But sometimes you just have to do it, and sometimes you just have to kind of like a behave that rude behavior too. But I like if I'm kind of like a say it clearly that you shouldn't supposed to be cross this boundary and things like that, then it would be really good. And I'm prefer the direct conversation. I prefer the direct way that you shouldn't supposed to be cross this thing, and it's a really good way. Okay, yeah. So if someone annoy me, I may start being rude. No, I'm not being rude. I'm kind of like a say it directly. Okay, yeah. I do a lot of thing that I regret. I do lot of thing that I regret. Yeah, that is true. Like I did lot of thing that I regret, but I understand that this is part of the life, and yeah. If I get angry, I may hit someone. No. Since childhood, I have never show flashes of anger. I never show flashes of anger. Yes. What's the never shows flashes of anger? Flashes of anger means like that I never show the anger probably. Let me understand what exactly is this meaning of it. जो बचपन से ही मैंने कभी क्रोध का प्रदर्शन नहीं किया है. That is true. Yeah. I often feel like powder keg ready to explore. No, not really. I'm not kind of like a simply the TNT bomb and kind of like a something. If someone punch me, then it kind of like blows out. No, I don't really think so. If everyone knew what I felt, I would be considered someone who is not easy to work with it. Work with it. Are you that kind of like a family person? Let me clarify what is actually meaning of this question. अगर हर कोई जानता है कि मैं क्या महसूस करता हूँ तो मुझे ऐसा व्यक्ति माना जाएगा जिसके साथ काम करना आसान नहीं है. No, I'm not really that person. Yeah, I'm kind of like a really easy to work with this. I'm not kind of like a really really extrovert, like a kind of like a really very angry guy. No, I'm not really that guy. I always wonder why people do nice thing for me. I always wonder. I'm not really wonder regarding about I like basically is this thing na, if people is actually treating me really nicely, I also treat them really nicely. Okay, yeah. I'm not really wonder why does they do that because there are still good things are exist in this world and we just have to through it. We just have to see it. But still, let me clarify. Am I kind of like a somebody understand this question very much properly or not? मैं हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि लोग मेरे लिए अच्छा काम क्यों करते हैं. No, I don't really think that. Like basically, I wonder. Like I wonder, yeah. Like basically, is this thing अच्छा काम क्यों करते हैं? Uh, I probably say yes. Yeah, I would probably kind of like a something. I always wonder why does people do nice things for me because is this thing na ki till now okay as well as kind of like the stuff that I mentioned right now is a kind of like a whatever the life that I have till now. Okay, yeah. So in my entire period of lifetime, people don't really did kind of like something really nice to me. Yeah, some people did really nice to me. Okay, yeah, and I feel really kind of like a something that he privilege and things like that. Okay, yeah, and then I understand why does those people are did something really nice to me because they are kind of like only very close people. Okay, yeah, and things like that. But if the stranger is actually doing something really nice to me, I have to be kind of like a something understand that why I am actually asking this question to myself why he is kind of like a doing really nice to me. But I always wonder why does people really nice thing for me. Yeah, I would I yeah yes I wonder. Yeah, when someone shout at me I start yelling back. No, failure upset me. Yes, that is true. Failure is upset. Did really upset me. Okay, yeah. And I try to figure it out. What is actually the problem? What is actually mistake? And how do I supposed to solve that? I fight no less and no more than other. Okay, I fight no less and no more than other. Okay, what exactly is mean? It means that wait. What, let me understand. Like construction of the sentence is little bit kind of like a complicated probably. मैं दूसरों से ना कम लड़ता हूँ ना ही उनसे ज़्यादा. Yeah, I'm kind of like somebody that guy. Okay, I'm not really kind of like a somebody. No, I'm not fighting him less. I'm not fighting him more. In kind of like in between. I can recall cause when I was so angry that broke something. I can recall cases. Sorry, I can recall cases when I was so angry that I broke something. Recall cases. Wait, I should supposed to know what exactly is this thing. मुझे ऐसे मामले याद है जब मैं इतना गुस्से में था कि मैंने कुछ तोड़ दिया. No, I haven't really broke anything at all. No. Sometimes I feel like I am the first to start the fight. No, I am not kind of like the first to start fight. No. Sometimes I feel life is unfair to me. No, not really. Okay, life is kind of like a something fair, unfair is up to you. Okay, yeah. It's you. I'm not blaming the life and things like that. I'm blaming myself regarding about all the choices that I did and things like that. So I'm not blaming like life. No. I used to think most people tell the truth, but now I don't believe it. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, like basically is this thing ki, let me understand this question properly because it is something little bit different. Yeah, कि what is that it means that मैं पहले सोचता था कि ज़्यादातर लोग सच बोलते हैं लेकिन अब मैं इस पर विश्वास नहीं करता. No, I'm not really that guy. Okay, it's not like I do believe in them. Okay, yeah. I am only rude when I'm mad. No, like I'm real. I'm only rude when I'm mad. No, I'm not really mad. I'm not really rude. I'm like no. When I do something wrong, um my conscience torment me. Oh boy, like the words that they mention over here is like a really crazy. Still not really understand what is the meaning of that, but still. जब मैं कुछ गलत करता हूँ तो मेरा विवेक मुझे पीड़ा देता है. ओ माय गॉड, व्हॉट इज एक्झॅक्टली विवेक? ओके. जेव्हा मी काही चूक करतो तेव्हा माझा विवेक मला त्रास देतो. विवेक, व्हॉट्स अ विवेक? विवेक मीन्स लाईक दॅट की इनसाइड like basically what exactly is this thing? If I did something really wrong, do you feel shitty about yourself? Yes, I do. Yeah, that is called vivek. Yeah. If I need to use physical forces to protect my right, I will. And yes, yeah, I will. Sometimes I express my anger by pounding my fist to the table. Pounding my fist to the table means like that, like kind of like a this, like a showing the aggression and things like that. Yeah, sometimes yes, yeah. I am rude to people. I don't like it. No, not really. Yeah, like basically, like I haven't really met any kind of like a person that I don't like. So yeah, I have no enemy who would like to harm me. Yeah, that is true. Like at till this moment, I haven't really get any kind of like somebody enemy that I would like to harm. No, yeah. I do not know how to put a person in the place, even if they deserve it. Okay, I do not know how to put in person in their place, even they deserve it. Okay, still need to make sure that ki what exactly is a wait. Why is not working? Okay, yeah. Translate. ओके, द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन इज मैं नहीं जानता कि किसी व्यक्ति को उसके स्थान पर कैसे रखा जाए भले ही वह उसके लायक ही क्यों ना हो. मैं नहीं जानता कि किसी व्यक्ति को उसके स्थान पर कैसे रखा जाए भले ही वह उसके लायक क्यों ना हो. What exactly it means? Okay, it means I do not know how to put the person in their place even if they deserve it. I think yeah. I think that is yes. I'm kind of like putting the yes. Yeah. I do not know. Yeah. I often think like I am living my life wrong. No, not really. There are people who can push me into a fight by their annoying behavior and action. No. I do not get upset about little thing. Yes. I rarely think people are trying to make me angry and insult me. I rarely think people are trying to make me angry and insult me. Yes, people are like it's a very rare thing to people are kind of like trying to make angry and things like that. Yeah, it's a very rare thing. I often threaten people although I am not going to through with it. Okay, yeah, threaten people means like that कि you are kind of like a threatening people. Threatening means like that कि धमकी देना probably. Okay, yeah, let me clarify this. What is exactly meaning of that? Okay, yeah. मैं अक्सर लोगों को धमकी देता रहता हूँ हालांकि मैं ऐसा नहीं करने वाला. No, I'm not that. I'm not really threaten the people. Recently, I have became bore. What's a bore? What's a bore? Let me understand what is actually meaning of boring. हाल ही में बोर हो रहा हूँ. Oh, बोर हो रहा हूँ. Am I? No, no, I'm not really. I have a lot of work to do. In an argument, I often raise my voice. No, I am not really doing argument. I usually try to hide my bad attitude towards people. Yes, I try to hide the bad attitude towards people. Yeah, but it's like that, na ki when basically the I'm not really hiding it. I'm just kind of simply not letting that attitude comes to with me. If that attitude if I'm getting kind of a little bit anger in myself and I can't control it, I just express it, because sometimes na you should supposed to be express your emotion. Okay, yeah, it is really essential. Do not kind of cook that thing inside of you. Okay, yeah, but for my point of perspective, I the anger and everything is not really happen inside of me. I have really good management system regarding about my emotions and things like that. But if the kind of some bad attitude, if there is kind of a thing inside of me wanted to kind of somebody express and things like that, I just let that go. Okay, I just let that express and things like that. So I usually try to hide the bad attitude towards people. um but yeah, sometimes, yeah, sometimes I try to hide. Yeah, sometimes I try to hide. I try to control myself. So I would say yes, sometimes I try to hide. Yes, I would rather agree with someone than argue. Yeah, I would sometimes now I just kind of simply agree. Yeah, instead of argue, let's just agree with this thing. Okay, it depends on consequences. The consequences not really matter to me, then I would agree. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah. All right, there is a kind of some test is done. Okay, yeah. They are kind of giving me report regarding about this test. Okay, what is that report? Level of physical aggression. Physical aggression, this use of physical aggression force against the another person. Okay, yeah. So it gives me kind of a simply pointer regarding about the physical aggression. I have 5 out of 10. Sorry, 10 out of 5. Okay, yeah. Indirect aggression level. Indirect aggression level means like that. Indirect aggression is aggression that manifest into a roundabout the way you direct. Wait, like basically this is in na ki let me clarify, let me just understand this is little bit better through chat gpt, because the report doesn't really mention the way that it should supposed to be. So probably I have to be kind of a something. I'm taking the screenshot. Okay, I am going to the chat gpt. Okay, yeah, and I'm uploading the file. Where is the file? This is the file. Okay, I'm kind of putting the prompt, describe this. Okay, yeah, now it kind of describe me entire thing. Okay, yeah. All right, so it kind of describe the chat gpt actually describe in a really simple way. Okay, yeah. The this is kind of some report regarding about the um, diagnosis of state of aggression. Okay, yeah. So it kind of giving me report. Okay, so level of physical aggression, I score 10 out of 5. Okay, the use of physical force against another person. Okay, so basically this thing regarding about using a force, I'm getting almost a 10 out of 5. So that is good. Okay, yeah. Indirect aggression level, that means aggression expressed in a roundabout way in indirect, like it's explain in simple language. Okay, yeah. Now it kind of simply explain me in very simple language so that I would understand a little bit better. Okay, yeah. So this is the test that measure the different type of aggression and related feeling. Here's what each part means. Pain of language. Okay, yeah. Physical aggression. In physical aggression, I get 10 out of 5. You sometimes used to think about using physical force against other, but not very often. All right. Indirect aggression. Indirect aggression, I get 9 out of 2. You rarely act aggressively in a sneaky or indirect way, like spreading rumors and ignoring someone. Yeah, I am that kind of a person. Yeah, I'm kind of try to ignore as much as possible. Irritation, I get 11 out of 2 marks. Okay, yeah. You don't get annoyed or lose your temper easily. Yeah, that is true. Negativity, I get 5 out of 2. If sometimes resist rule or custom, but not strongly. You sometimes resist the rule or customs, but not strongly. Yeah, it's probably is saying that I don't really understand this point. Okay, but in negativity, I get 2 out of 5. Okay, reinstatement. Okay, you don't usually feel envy or hatred towards people. That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I get reinstatement 8 out of 2 marks. Okay, suspicious. I get 4 out of 10 mark. Okay, you have little bit of disturb of other, but not a lot. Okay, you have little bit disturb regarding about suspicious, but not a lot. Verbal aggression. Okay, I get 0 out of 12 marks. Okay, you never or almost never shout, threaten or curse the people. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I haven't really done that. Guilt. Okay, I get 7 out of 9. I get 7 out of 9 marks. I often feel bad about yourself or think you are done something wrong. Yeah, that is true. Um, Hostility. Okay, I get 18 out of 6 mark. Okay, overall your combination of reinstatement and suspicious average. Okay, aggressiveness. Okay, in aggressiveness I get 7 out of 33 marks. Okay, a total aggression is a very low compared to the most of people. In short, you are generally calm and non-aggressive person. All right, yeah, that is true. You rarely act out verbally or physically. That is also true. You don't hold much anger towards other. That is also true. The only thing that stand out is that you often feel guilty and blame yourself. Yeah, that is also true. Okay, the report is kind of like telling me all the kind of like a personality that I am. Okay, and this is what I am. Okay, it gives me that test and I feel really good. I feel that I am kind of like a something really good person. But probably is this thing na when you are living the life, these reports doesn't really matter. Okay, there are a lot of people, and still is this thing I did answer regarding about whatever the life that I live through now. Okay, life is kind of like a full of twist and turns. Okay, you don't know what will. There are so many people are living on this planet. Each person comes from different thought process, things, and something like that. When you are kind of like sharing your place with someone else who has kind of like a really toxic and things and something like that, this aggression test doesn't really matter at all. Okay, because these kind of like test is kind of like a determine who you are, but probably is this thing that it's not kind of like a somebody fully determine yourself. Okay, so basically is this thing na don't rely on kind of like somebody the report and things and something like that. Just understand yourself, what is actually best for you, what is actually matter for you, what is actually kind of like effect on you or things like that. Like basically aggression is also really essential. I'm not saying that kind of like a showing the aggression is a wrong. No, sometimes showing the aggression is really good. Okay, it kind of like a determine who you are and what is actually your thing and things like that. If you are being mellow all the time, then probably it is also not really good too. Okay, because people are trying to bend you or kind of like a something in multiple ways, and you have to be strong at somewhere sometimes, and for that strong things you need to show aggression and things like that. So probably is this thing that having little less aggression. And I also think myself that I have like this is very like I don't really consider that I have little less aggression, so that is really good. No, I think that having little bit aggression is inside of you, that is also really good. It kind of like lets you be a strong person and personality to no one will kind of like something bend you. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that you should supposed to be show your aggression to the everyone and things like that. No, but probably is this thing that at least have some little bit aggression inside of you so that people will not gonna bend you, because most of people don't really understand the kind of like action. So you have to be show your show your personality through the aggression and things like that, and sometimes it work and it's good. Okay, yeah. So probably is this saying I am not consider myself that ki I'm really good person, that I have little less aggression. No, that is not. Okay, yeah. Sometimes having aggression is also really good, but you have to control it. Okay, you have to make the balance between the anger and control and things like that. You have to be shout out someone else, that essential. Okay, yeah, it is matter, it is good. Okay, yeah. So I'm okay, do you get it? So aggression is not the kind of like a things that wrong. Having little bit aggression is good. Okay, it's good. And basically we are living in this world where people are so fucked up, and you just have to, yeah, you just have to say it. Okay, all right. But still I'm trying to kind of like a something, this is me, this is my personality, whatever it is. Okay, yeah. And I'm gonna use aggression when it needed. All right, yeah. All right, this is it. And I'm gonna give all those tests. Okay, yeah, which kind of like a recently really helped me to understand myself a little bit better. So yeah, this is it, and thank you.